I loved that. This is the equivalent to me of putting water and soap on a trampoline when I was a kid. So much fun.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and we are officially one day out of the Oilers kicking off their conference finals against the Stars. And if we were going to describe how the series will probably look in one clip, it would definitely be this one. From friends to foes in a matter of moments. On a surface level, it definitely looks like the Stars had the edge. Friend of the show, Jake Ottinger, had his worst career regular season, but really picked it up in the playoffs. On Edmonton's side, Stuart Skinner's playoffs have not been great historically, and he had to deal with losing the net for a couple games last round. But you have to appreciate how he stepped up in Game 7. And when it comes to depth, the Stars are loaded defensively, with their young studs running the blue line and a solid group behind them. While D's never been Edmonton's strong suit, Evan Bouchard is scoring at a historic rate these playoffs, becoming the first ever D-man in NHL history to get 20 points through the first 2 rounds. And yet it's crazy that we've gone this long into the show without talking about the forwards. As our guy Jesse points out, sure, the Stars are deeper, with a mix of young and veteran players all rolling right now. But how can you count on a team with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, especially when they go legend mode? And Leon is officially in legend mode, leading the postseason scoring with 24 points. And McDavid is not too far behind him with 21. But he does only have 2 goals. And if the Oilers are going to take down this Dallas team, they're going to need Connor McDavid playing like what he is, the best player in the world. You see a lot of legends talking about it. You can be as good as you are on a team as good as it is, but if you don't win something tangible, are you as good as you could have been? To the association, and the Western Conference Finals get going tonight. And the series is an absolute banger with 2 of the biggest stars going at it, in Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic. At 22 years old, Ant has made the mega leap in these playoffs. And in the Game 7 comeback win against Denver, we saw true superstar potential. Now, you might be wondering why he shot 6 of 24, but the Nuggets threw countless doubles at him, and basically let anyone else beat them other than Ant. But he still found a way to affect the game, especially on the defensive end, which then led to offense, as Minnie came back from down 20 to knock off the defending champs. But Dallas did something similar, coming back from down 17 in the second half to knock off OKC in their series-clinching Game 6. A game in which Luka had a 29, 10, and 10, which was his 3rd straight triple-double, and only 4 other players in NBA history have recorded 3 straight triple-doubles in the playoffs. Wilt, Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, and Jokic, with Wilt and Jokic having a record of 4 straight, a record Luka could tie tonight. And fun fact, both Wilt and Jokic went on to win the title the year they set that record. Tonight will be a special night for the main crowd, as they have not seen the T-Wolves in the conference finals since the Kevin Garnett Wolves in 2004. Minnesota! It's been 20 years! You know what? We think of Minnesota, we think of hockey, so it's nice to have, you know what? We know the feeling up in Canada. We know the feeling. Well, I guess they're more north than we are. Anyway, I'm happy for you. And you can watch Game 1 between the Mavs and T-Wolves tonight on TSN. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. To the NFL, and we got some pretty big news yesterday, as the league reportedly plans on testing out an electronic system to track first downs in the preseason. And if it goes well, this new system could be implemented in the 2024 regular season. That is this year! This is a crazy development and has many NFL fans saying, finally, because the idea that a billion-dollar sport relies on people in their 60s eyeballing first downs definitely feels archaic, which kind of sounds mean to boomers, but I guess that would be Gen Xers, so it's fine. But for those who love the chain gang on the field, don't worry, because even if this passes, they won't be going anywhere, as they will be the backup in case the new system breaks. But before we get there, this new system has to show that it's viable through the preseason, and pass a vote before we see it for real.
Let the ball take you where you need to go.
So wholesome time now for my favorite segment and yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And there's been a lot of talk about the Bills' lack of receivers this year, as Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Deontay Hardy, and Trent Sherfield are all gone from last year's roster. But that doesn't mean that Josh Allen hasn't already cooked up new handshakes for his new wideouts.
Back to first. Get your eyes up. Boom. Come back down the stem. Let the ball take you where you need to go. Boom. Plug it and tuck it. Good. Yeah, be where you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be. Good. Good job. Better on this side. Show that up.
Here we go, wideouts, here we go, wideouts, here we go. And let's go, X is left, C's right. X is left, C's right. X is left, F's left, C's right. Yeah. We're going in.
I love Josh Allen so much, just based off personality alone. That's a good leader right there. Making sure everybody feels included. Come on. Okay, so we're a little off schedule this week because of the holiday and then the NHL schedule. Instead of us hitting you with our anytime goal scorer bet yesterday, we're giving it to you a day later, but now I can't say Tuesday, and I just feel a little off. But it did give us a little more time to contemplate a winner for you. And typically this show has a rule about game one, and that's that we do not like to bet them, as we want to see something first before we put our money down. Shout out Wes Chang for the innovator of said rule. So today we're going to go with a bit of a long shot, and that's for Alexis Lafreniere to score at a big time number of plus 300. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft has been good in these playoffs, with 4 goals and 6 assists in 10 games. And in 9 career games against Florida, he has scored 3 times. And that .33 goals per game is actually his 6th highest of all opponents he's faced. So we're hammering the value here at plus 300 tonight. Plus, honestly, some fans over here might want to see the Rangers shine over Florida, but maybe that's just me. That's all for today. We'll see you picking them out 3 from New Pacific. Have a good one.